Oh my goodness, this week has been full of drama. There has been wallets drained, there have been hacks in Discord, and yet there have still been projects where the community has got behind them and they are flying. If you are looking for projects that are going to give you diversity, if you are looking for projects that are going to take you into the Web3 media space, and if you are looking for projects where community really is everything, you've come to the right place, because we've got the movers and shakers that you'll definitely want to take note of. Okay, so the big news in the NFT community this week has been all about wallets getting hacked and what are communities doing about it. And our first project, this happened to them. They're called Alien Friends, and you would have thought that when the community gets hacked, that's the end of the project because people will lose faith. But an amazing thing happened from the creator of Alien Friends that picked everything back up, and now that particular project is absolutely flying. Here we are, Alien Friends. Warren, tell us a bit about it.
Launched on the 20th of December, my birthday, which is a good time for any project to launch. It was the idea about Alien Friends was really not to make too much fuss and enter the market and really look for those genuine NFT owners, right? That community that are interested in really being part of something, whether it's IRL events, whether there's merchandise available. The idea about Alien Friends is actually to really provide organic approach project. We hear, don't we, Bex, about so many worrying things when it happens, especially within the industry. And all the time that you put into creating your community, when your Discord get hacked, that's something which ultimately can really disrupt all of that hard work, the roadmap built out, the website built out, the team getting ready for it. And massive shout out as well, I think we need to give to Mason, who was a creator over there, because I mean he took it into his own hands and understood the severity that this impacted the Alien Friends community. So much so that and again, for our community that's new to this, protecting your Discord, setting the perimeters on settings, try not to, well, certainly never accept any direct messages about opportunities. Often they're not that. The team over at Alien Friends understood, identified, and dealt with the issue. And they actually created a sheet where all of those affected could sign up. And the Alien Friends team, led by Mason, have agreed to give over $200,000 back to their community.
Warren, just take us through right back to the beginning. So they minted on the 20th of December. I mean, obviously people now already getting tattoos. That's how passionate the community is. How many Alien Friends were there? What is there that, we need to know about this project in general?
So Alien Friends, when it dropped, I believe it was a 10,000 PFP. The whole idea about Alien Friends way back when was to create a community from that generative PFP. Generative PFP, for those of you that aren't aware, is a layered image with various different traits. And the whole idea about Alien Friends was simply to create, a longevity community where that ticket, your Alien PFP, was a ticket not just for, let's say, your own wallet to look at, to appreciate, but the utilities were genuine. They were real. The in real life events you could go and hang out to with your friends, with your new Alien Friends community pals, the merchandise, as well as invasions that were available, comic books that were going to be activated off the back of the roadmap and the milestones hit. And the whole idea about Alien Friends is, I think, to take an outlandish idea, an amazing looking artwork, and put it into something which resonates with people, where they can buy into it, they can be part of something bigger. And that's a more meaningful project in the NFT space than maybe some of the more generative stuff that we've seen so far.
Launched on the 20th of December, so this is brand new. We've talked about what is making this kind of a mover and shaker in the space. This whole controversy around hacking happened, and it not just happened to Alien Friends, but it also happened to Bored Bunnies NFT, who we brought in last week. They've now started to recover from that. It was a horrible Discord hack that happened around the mint, which lots of people lost faith in. There's other projects that are experiencing this, but if you can get through that, suddenly you're going to see the benefits of being part of an amazing community. Let's look at the activity right now and the opportunity for you guys to get in on Alien Friends if you want to. This is the analysis that we've been seeing. Right, for something that has just launched, I mean, we haven't even seen this with massive projects yet. The floor price, 1.39 ETH. That has skyrocketed. And I don't know what the mint price was originally, but I'm pretty sure it'll be something like 0.05 or 6 or something silly like that. It would have been really, really low. So this is a huge return for anyone that's buying into it. Massive amount of owners. Over half of the stock is owned by incredible 5.9k wallet holders. And then if we look at the activity, I mean, it's picking up, isn't it, Warren?
The activity, I mean, what they've done for me, which is super impressive, is even though they've had this issue, Bex, right? They and that's right. Kind of, let's say, a month into the project, or not even that. It's like 2.5 weeks into the project, and you've had to deal with a scam where users have been, the community's been disrupted. They've stayed with it. They've stayed committed. Mason and his team has been transparent. That floor. I mean, I would challenge anybody to get to a 1.2 floor, like I say, in about 2.5 weeks. It's just not common, and the reason why is because communities make things happen, right?
Yeah.
We see time and time again. Bex and I are consumers, right? We buy NFTs. We're talking to the beanies of this world. We are reviewing what Artchick's saying. We look at these entrepreneurs and leaders in their space. And why? Because we do our research, right? We have to, and we encourage everybody watching this to do their research. But everything's cautionary, and this is cautionary tale gives me confidence that actually, if I was looking at investing in a project, I'd certainly be considering Alien Friends because of the type of responsible attitude that they're bringing and the type of ethos and values that they're really delivering back to their community. If actions speak louder than words, they've spoke the loudest, in my opinion.
We're moving right into Web3 with our next project, because if you are interested in what NFTs can do for you as a business, for me, as a broadcaster, for us as a media company, this next project is going to be right up your street. We are talking about Rug Radio. Yep, for the people, by the people. Now, this has made headlines this week as well, and is a definite mover and shaker because it is giving you the decentralized opportunity to create your own content, get the support that maybe you've dreamed of. If you've ever wanted to have your own radio show, if you've ever wanted to be a host of your own cookery show, your own well-being show, something like that, how about getting the NFT community behind you? Now, this has been a really interesting launch. Now, a few days ago, we had the opportunity to mint a membership pass, and you were able to mint this for free plus gas. And what that allowed you to do is then go on the 11th, so tomorrow, after the day after this comes out, the 11th of January, you will then be able to mint an NFT, and that is going to give you a whole host of access, opportunity really. And this for me is, if you're looking at what else can NFTs do for you, it's giving you that step into the new world of Web3. And it's got an amazing team behind it, hasn't it, Warren?
It does. Farouk is very much the kind of the speaking voice and the leader, I think, behind driving this initiative. Is something that came up on Bex and I's radar. What's interesting about it is that there's two phases to this. It's buying this membership pass brings you into the Rug ecosystem. Now, broadly, Rug Radio as a model has been going for some time, isn't it, Bex? On Clubhouse and other social media platforms as well. And I do believe really what Farouk has kind of understood and identified is that there's the opportunity now for maybe more people to come into this space to create valuable content. Valuable content is something that Bex and I are madly, madly passionate about. The whole reason Nifty World NFT was created was specifically to create education and informative-led content. So being able to have a platform which allows you to purchase a pass and also with that, activate it with the next, like Bex said, that will be a tomorrow drop. So activating with the next token that's available gives you access to a much broader part of a tokenomics ecosystem than maybe you just get with a generative PFP NFT. I'm really, really interested in how this is going to launch and manifest itself. And we're so bullish, we've already taken the plunge and come into it ourselves.
Do you know what? And what I'd also say about this is that we were so bullish on this that we weren't going to even take the risk of buying our membership pass via the mint, because we knew that in the whitelist alone, so much of this had been taken already and minted. And we were looking at the weighing up of what the price was at the time versus gas. And actually, we made a good call because we paid 0.07 on OpenSea as a floor price for this. And yes, you could have got it for free, but the gas at the time, some of it was okay for some people, but for others, it was hitting $300-400, right? So it was kind of balancing itself out. So we took the punt. And you guys, the opportunity here is if you look into Rug Radio and you think, wow, I want the opportunity to be able to do so much more within Web3 and the opportunity within myself as a content creator of sorts. This could be your pass to do this. So they're minting tomorrow. You need to get a membership pass in order to be able to mint to get that full access. But there are still lots and lots of people buying into this. Look, a minute ago, 2 minutes ago, 14 minutes ago. And the opportunity here is you could just be a pass holder. You could be a membership pass holder. There is like staking. You'll earn tokens as a result from just sitting on this. But then there are other levels in which you can really use Web3 to your advantage. You can use it to create so much more, and you will get the support of the Rug Radio team, which is something that I haven't seen before. And I think the opportunity within a media NFT is going to be huge for the community in general. So whether or not you have followed Farouk from his Clubhouse days, whether or not you are a fan of Rug Radio and everything that he represents, I would encourage you guys to check this out. 0.1 is not a hefty price tag at this stage, but I'm pretty sure at time of recording when this drops, this may even have increased because of the opportunity that it is holding. Make your NFTs work harder for you. Make them work, make them, really give you that opportunity to create something brilliant. Don't just sit on PFPs just because you like the artwork and they're not giving you the utilities that you want. If it's got utilities, make sure you're using them. And that is the big opportunity with Rug Radio. We're going to move on to our next project, our final project, something that we have been so bullish on from so long now, and this is the expansion punks. You might be going, oh no, not another derivative of the crypto punks. Why do I need this? Surely that's not going to do that well, yada, yada, yada. I hear you. We thought it. But you know what? I picked up the phone to Warren when they were minting and I said, do you know what? Jump on this, let's buy in and let's see where it goes. So both Warren and I have minted, I think at 0.06. We actually picked up off OpenSea, and that's a nice little tip for you guys. If you are at a minting stage and things are already being shown on OpenSea and you're really bullish about a project, go and see if you can get a few rarer ones just by checking it out on OpenSea rather than doing the mint and essentially hitting the lottery. But this is a collection of 10,000 expansion punks who are essentially a slight derivative of the crypto punks, but embracing much more diversity. Isn't that right, Warren?
For me, it's refreshing to see a derivative that's been, I think, so professionally managed. And that's the thing about expansion punks. You can, when you do your research and you're going onto Twitter and you're looking at the story behind the creators, how active are they in their AMAs? Like how much they interact with their users on Discord? What's the narrative that they're carrying? There's a few key things for me that have really, I think, have been the really real reason now that we look at a floor price, which is kind of getting to that 0.5 effort. And the reason why is because inclusivity and diversity are at the forefront of a lot of what's being done. Expansion punks are also setting the bar when it's about bringing more gender and non-gender specific. So there are non-binary, non-gender specific expansion punks available. Bex is right. Like when we go and look online, we're not just looking at the project, but then we're looking at the properties. And then we're really trying to define, how many of those properties and those traits are there, and where are the rarer ones? Where do we think the biggest, largest, best yield is going to be in association to a really great project? What I love about expansion punks is the sentiment of the community. It's the commitment. It's almost like expansion punks want to hold an AMA so they can talk about the next phase of excitement. We go to bed on our side of the water, and then we know on the other side of the pond the floor's jumped up another 2-3 points. Most recently, a Major League Baseball player has literally taken to Twitter to say, I can't wait to be copying my punks, putting them on my feet and wearing them on the field. Like, it's amazing that Maverick Phillips has set that bar, but it doesn't surprise me. Bex, we've seen basketball players being, wearing trainers that have got their Bored Ape on. We've seen musicians come into the space, most recently Eminem as well into the Bored Ape space. Serena Williams, I think, most recently GM'd everybody. I'm so excited by Expansion Punk, so I continue to be like a kid in a sweet shop every morning on OpenSea.
Yeah, and I think the big thing about Expansion Punk, the opportunity for you guys, is the price point is rising. It is good at the moment if you can afford it. It's under an ETH, so it's at the 0.5, 0.6 mark, but we can see that it's had a little bit of pullback, but it's actually taking off a little bit more again. And that is because more and more people are taking note. So do your research, go check out the Discord, go check out the Twitter, go speak to the incredibly hardworking founders of the project. And we've had them on our Movers and Shakers Twitter space. They talked about it. Art Chick has even said she spent a while lurking in. She thought it was just another derivative project. No, it is so much more than that. So go in, go check them out and see how they are expanding the CryptoPunk universe. Well, there you go. That NFT bull run is most certainly happening, and these NFT projects are definitely ones to watch. Don't forget to do your own research, and if you need additional help or analysis, we've got some other fantastic projects in these videos too. So don't forget to check them out. Don't forget to contact us on Nifty World if you need any more help and advice. But for now, thank you so much for watching.